All right, chapter 2, called Bean Hatches a Plan. It all began because Bean was playing a trick on her older sister. Bean's older sister was named Nancy. She was 11. Nancy thought Bean was a pain and a pest. Bean thought Nancy was a boogerhead. Ever since she turned 11, Nancy had been acting like she was Bean's mother. She ordered Bean around in a grown-up voice. Comb your hair, no more pretzels, brush your teeth, say please. See a picture there of Nancy telling Bean what to do, and you can see Bean's face. She's not very happy about her sister. Bean's mother said that Nancy was going through a stage. Bean knew what that meant. That meant Nancy was bossy. Bean also knew that nobody likes bossy kids, so she was trying to help Nancy be done with her stage. Here's how she helped. She bugged Nancy until Nancy freaked out. Bean thought this was pretty helpful. So here you can see a picture of Bean bugging Nancy. Nancy's talking on the phone and she's bugging her. The afternoon that Bean got her great idea, she was shopping with her mom and Nancy. Actually, Bean was being dragged along by her mom and Nancy. Bean hated shopping. Nancy loved it. Nancy was trying on skirts, lots of skirts. She put on a purple skirt. She looked at her front in the mirror. Then she looked to the side. Then she turned around and tried to look at her behind. Looks good, said Bean. Let's go. Be patient a little longer, Bean, said Bean's mother. I think it's cute, honey, she said to Nancy. Nancy looked in the mirror some more. Do you think the pockets are dumb? I like the pockets, said Bean's mom. Get it, moaned Bean. She had never been so bored in her entire life. She was so bored she fell on the floor. Then she took a tiny peek at the lady in the dressing room next door. Get up, Bean, said her mother, this minute. Bean got up and sat on the triangle seat again. She waited. Nancy looked at herself. I kind of like it, said Nancy, but it costs $40. That's all my money. I could get 2 shirts for $40. Don't be a tightwad, said Bean. She had just learned that word. It meant somebody who didn't like to spend money. So there's Bean in the dressing room with Nancy and her mom. You can see from Bean's face that she's really bored. Don't call your sister a tightwad, said Bean's mom. Bean saw Nancy's eyes looking at her in the mirror. Tightwad, Bean mouthed without any sound. Nancy's eyes got narrow and so quick that their mother didn't see. She stuck out her tongue. Then Nancy turned to her mother and said, I think the skirt costs too much, Mom. I think I'd rather try on some tops. Bean knew that Nancy was being slow on purpose just to drive her crazy. Bean thought about kicking her in the shin, but then she got the idea. It was a great idea. It was also a helpful idea, one that would teach Nancy not to be such a tightwad. And best of all, her idea would make Nancy freak out. You'll be sorry, Bean mouthed to Nancy. There's Nancy trying more clothes on and sticking her tongue out at Bean. And that was the end of that chapter, chapter 2.